Okay, all right, that bit will get older real quick.
No kidding.
Oh my god, it's here. We're here. I mean, fuck. Every once in a while, wait, I made the same joke. Vex has crawled out of their swampy house. Okay. How you doing, Vex?
You got me for 2 chapters this time.
You got me for 2 chapters. 2 chapters of review time.
Okay, calm down. We might get DMCA'd by Sony.
DMCA'd by the ghost of Macho Man Randy Savage himself.
I'm more afraid of Sony Pictures than I am Macho Man's estate. Okay,
dude, the Macho Man estate is crazy. How many Slim Jims in that motherfucker?
I don't know.
So
not an insubstantial amount, I'd assume.
Delicious. Slim Jims are one of those things where you eat one and you instantly regret your life choices. It's like this.
Oh yeah, it's like the fucking horse knuckle and the beef knuckle.
It's one stage away from dog food, I feel.
No, literally.
So we got a batch of some pretty good chapters here, I'd say. Obviously, as always, plagued by Fujimoto's inconsistent pacing, but that's almost part of the charm at this point. But also, again, I think we're just gonna get the fucking criticism out of the way. Here's what I'll say, criticism-wise. Whereas with part 1, it felt like there was kind of like a goal, a place we were heading towards, a destination. Mm-hmm. It does just kind of feel like we're just watching stuff happen. And some of the stuff we're watching happen is cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like this fucking okay, I got flashbacks to like the shit Alex Jones would talk about, like fucking they're drinking baby blood to stay young forever, you know? Like this is some real like adrenochrome shit, you know? Like this is classic like old people sacrificing children to stay young. I mean, you couldn't get any more Alex Jones than that. And you know, it's cool. I'm enjoying. And by the way, I love that Fujimoto is just leaning into making Sexual Assault Chan the cuntiest character, who's just like, hey, I'm here representing public safety. We were just wondering if you wanted to sacrifice 10,000 children to stay young forever.
Yeah, like, it's so crazy, right? Because you're 100% right. I feel like this has been like one of those things we've talked about to a degree, so I don't want to stay too much on it. But it is very much like we feel like we're the NPCs here. Like we're just watching events happen in the background, and then our main cast is just kind of doing the same thing, right? It's action happens, but nothing really progresses. But everything progresses at the same time, right?
It's very weird. I was saying this to Allie. I think most stories, when you read a story or watch something, you can feel the hand of the author, right? It feels like you're watching a thing. Like for example, if you're just sitting on the side of the road and watching something play out, you're not sitting there like, well, the plot doesn't make any sense. Where's this going? Because it's just shit that's happening in real life. Versus when you're watching a show, you're kind of expecting like, okay, there's going to be this kind of scene. This scene will probably play out like this because you're expecting it to go somewhere. The interesting thing about Chainsaw Man Part 2 is it really does just feel like Fujimoto has created like a window into this real existing dimension that is the Chainsaw Man world, and we're just watching it play out. And part of me wants to say that's kind of interesting. Not a lot of stories are willing to just say, fuck normal plot progression, we're just gonna watch shit happen. But I mean, I will admit, you know, without a destination, a light at the end of the tunnel like part 1 had, it does feel a little monotonous to read. But again, I don't want to destroy the point that there are cool things happening. I mean, this, like, the backroom government deals, the, like, abusing the power to erase concepts so that these old, rich, greedy fucks can stay young forever. That's a cool concept, and I've always been fascinated with the idea of, like, erasing concepts, just like, you know, Undead Unluck does the same thing. I love that concept in fiction. So I am enjoying what I'm seeing, but I'm not invested like I was in part 1.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like a play on the elite here. Like, we're watching the people that pull the strings of the government, you know, conspiracy theory wise, just kind of, you know, sacrifice children, you know. But instead of with a drone strike, we're watching it with, like, you know, making them watch their own execution, right? Which is sick, twisted, and just depraved, and it's very much something I could picture if this was a reality.
Oh, yeah.
You know, happening in behind closed doors, right?
I like the aging devil is really interesting, right? Because, like, I was thinking about it, like, okay, why would the aging devil have this connection to mirrors? And I think And actually, that's one of those ones where it actually makes a lot of sense to me.
Yep.
Because,
vanity.
like, yes, exactly. Like, whenever you're thinking about, like, whenever you look every morning when you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, fuck, I got more wrinkles, that's the fear of aging. So, of course,
you got
they live in the
crow's
mirror.
feet, you got more bags under your eyes because you didn't sleep well.
Hey! So, this
me with a
motherfucker-
layer of fucking foundation under my eyes because I hate seeing the bags under them.
I need to learn how to do makeup myself. I wouldn't do it, like, day to day, but I want to learn to do just, like, normal, like, concealer to make my skin look better for, like, cosplays.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm, like, doing, like, cosplays again, I want makeup.
Yeah, my cat broke my concealer, so I'm using foundation right now. So, literally.
Do we feel like Yoshida is dead, or is it just the octopus devil that got?
As much of a fuckboy as Yoshida is, he might have just yeeted the octopus devil out like, yeah, you'll be my sacrifice. But it's also the concept of multiple things got erased there, so it could be like those were the rest of his contracts, and he's just fucking dead. And I can't say he doesn't deserve it, you know?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm totally fine if Yoshida just died off screen.
Yeah, like, I do like, just to cycle back here to the moment, you know, in hindsight, now that we've seen a bit more of this, because when we originally got this first chapter that we didn't review initially, like I was thinking like, okay, there's not really enough to talk about, but now that we kind of have a bit more of the rules, and this is something I wish Fujimoto did a bit more of, is like breaking down the whole rules of how the erasing works, and like if it was negatable and it proving that it wasn't, you know, fully.
Yeah, we get the like transcripts, and it's like, okay, we have transcripts of talking about not having ears, and
right.
That's really interesting, right? See,
and the fact that like there's even with the ears being erased, that things like Q-tips and, you know, ear cleaners and stuff like that were sold. We still had like speaker phones and telephones and all this other shit going on, that, you know, technology and the aspects of devices that would be used for the ears still existed in this universe. So it doesn't fully erase the concept of them, you know, in that sense, right? Everything kind of becomes a novelty that would have been part of it. So say the mouth is erased. Well, they wouldn't really need the mask anymore that is so commonly used in Eastern culture. That would eventually turn into like a novelty item as well.
Well, yeah, and here's the question, right? Like now, and I hope they go into this, how do humans eat? Because like humans without mouths, they would have to eat differently. They would have to
direct you to a certain episode of South Park.
Oh yeah, I already know. Yeah, you can anal that shit. I know.
Yeah, so like, I guess that would be it.
Beyond that, but you could also say that humans evolved differently. Like if we're going back and saying they've never had mouths, you know, that's how like they could literally like photosynthesis, like just gather energy from the sun. Like there's so many weird things that we could see, and I wonder.
Remember the woman that tried to live based solely off of solar energy instead of eating and died?
Shocker.
Well, literally, that's how delusional some people are, though, right? She thought she was a plant, she did it, and it was, I believe it was Ripley's Believe It or Not, they talked about that. But yeah, like there's very, you know, we can pump when somebody's, you know, in a coma or, you know, just injured in general and unable to actually open their mouth. We can pump them full of nutrients, you know, through IV to at least keep the body from shutting down.
Everyone walking around with their own little IV drip.
I mean, you fucking boof a goddamn pill full of nutrients. Who knows?
No, they can't. They don't have mouths. I guess they could snort it. Is that what boof means?
Up the butt, dude.
Oh, okay. I don't.
Like literally throw some vitamins up the butt. I mean, you can already take some fucking vitamins as a suppository or pills as a suppository. I mean, it's a possibility.
Dude, that Fujimoto, you'd go down in history as a legend if we get a full next chapter of people eating by shoving shit up their asses.
I mean, how many fetishes has this man cooked into the series?
Let's
go. You know, I can picture him having some sort of weird ass thing going on in this at this point.
I do want to say, if you don't mind,
go ahead.
Fucking people were pointing out, and this is a great point. Chainsaw Man, by consuming the mouth devil, I don't think that these are just devils that like Yoshida was contracted with. I think these were purposeful consumptions from him. So by consuming the mouth devil, if you zoom in on Chainsaw Man, he doesn't have a mouth either anymore, right? Mm-hmm. So like it's almost as if he knew that he was about to be used, right? Like Puchita in there knows, like, okay, the government's trying to use me, so he's now erased the concept of mouths. So now theoretically, he can't eat anything, but he also can't spit anything back out either. You know what I mean? Like, their whole plan about, like, okay, we're going to just keep him at bay until we can get the aging devil to fucking get eaten. It's all out the window because mouths aren't a thing. And you could say, oh, well, maybe they can get him to spit up mouths. But no, because mouths aren't a thing. So are we fucked? Like, how are they getting out of this? Because
again, it all comes down to there's two options here.
Shits out mouth.
Yeah, shits out of mouth, or he gets cut open and they rip him out of the fucking guts.
I did hear about that. The C-section, because there's like C-section like imagery with him, right?
Mm-hmm. I think it was Kama and Party James talking about it in the Discord server. That's why I brought that one up.
Well, also the fact that chainsaws were invented to do C-sections, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like, it would all come full circle. That would actually be kind of genius, where like they have to cut him open to. Oh my god, dude! I'm sorry, I sucked down spit weird there. You ever do that?
Oh yeah.
Anyway, they gotta cut him open, and then like he also like he plops out like everything he's eaten ever just comes. Yo! Oh my god, dude! What if they cut him open and everything he's ever eaten like ever comes back all at once, and it's like mass chaos? Like atomic bombs are back, Nazis are back, fucking that like weird star that Makima talked about that made children go insane.
Yeah, like all of that shit could happen. Like it very much feels like we're in the end game at this point.
Yeah.
Because we're at the same type of pacing as we were at the end of part 1, where everything is just happening all at once. And I kind of love that because I'm going to be real. I don't know how much longer and more thin he could stretch this plot without it seeming like literally this was written by AI. And I hate to say that, but that's what the controversial take I have is this feels like what an AI generated movie would be like to watch.
I'll say this just as an addition to your point. I agree with that, but only on the pacing.
Yes.
I think the content is usually good, but like I keep saying, to me the issue is not what's in the chapters, it's the fact that it feels like it has no direction, no organization. You know, and it really does just feel like we're as viewers just like sitting on a couch, like watching through our window, watching this happen on the side of the road, right? It's very strange. It just doesn't feel like I don't know. Good concepts though, but it really doesn't feel like he's got idea.
So like there was somebody that was like, it's always part 2 sucks, but never a valid criticism. I'm just over here like atrocious pacing, cobbled together plot, 4 characters that matter past our original crew. Yeah. You know, escape from the facility should have been more than 3 chapters.
Yeah, that was really annoying. That felt so pointless.
Yeah, literally, we're in a top secret fucking government facility, and it's just immediately escaped. And the release schedule doesn't help any of these issues either. As much as I love authors having the freedom to do the things, and that's why I said I would much rather, if he does a part 3, do like it monthly instead of like bi-weekly, weekly, bi-weekly, weekly, bi-weekly, weekly.
Or even do it like Chojin X does it, where he just puts out
right, whenever the fuck he feels like it. Like, because I don't read Chojin X. I read, I think, the first 4 chapters of it, and I was just like, okay, I'll eventually get to this. But
Allie
right now,
told me it eventually starts to make sense, but those first couple chapters are very confusing.
And I just immediately put it on my backlog. I'm like, I'll get to this eventually, man. Like, I'm almost caught up with fucking One Piece, and that's been enough of a struggle to deal with. You know, with everything that's going on in my life. I'm like, I'm still trying to chug along with that. I'm like 50-ish chapters from being caught up.
If you have any lore questions, I got you.
Oh yeah, I've been using Tekking as like a lore.
He's got such good like lore videos. Yeah.
Like I just download a bunch of them while I'm on a flight. I just fucking listen to those, you know, as like catch ups.
Excellent.
Or just refreshers.
Yeah, anyway. I got you. Anyway, but yeah, no, I agree with you that. Like I said, I think the man has good like concepts in his head.
Yeah.
But we've said this before. I don't want to fucking harp on it. It does just feel like he had like a concrete idea of the story in part 1, whereas with part 2, he's like, yeah, I guess I could keep going. You know, like
and I don't mind him chasing a bag because you know this is at least consistent pay for a mangaka is very hard to get.
Yeah.
You know, so I respect it in that portion. It's just like it's very disappointing as a fan of part 1 going into part 2 and it just being this inconsistent. I do really fuck with a lot of the imagery, the issues that they've kind of covered. A lot of the concepts have been really great, but since we're seemingly nearing the end game as a whole, I definitely would mark this down as very much a downgrade from part 1.
I think you'd have to be lying if you were. I mean, you can like part 2, but if you think it's even close to as good as part 1, you're out of your goddamn mind. I mean,
You know, and that kind of takes the IP of Chainsaw Man down a peg.
It really does. Yeah.
And it's the same issue a lot of people have going from part 1 Naruto to Shippuden as well, especially if they were anime.
This is the reason why Alex Hirsch ended Gravity Falls with
even though he
2.
seems to be maybe doing something with it now.
So I'm glad. Crazy to me. It's interesting to find out what normies. Not to say you're a normie, but you're a normie with Gravity Falls fandom. He has confirmed time and time. This is actually the whole reason I brought this up. Time and time again that he is never doing a season 3. He likes the fact that he ended it and he wanted it to be a complete story. The only thing he's willing to do is little extra content like the books and stuff. But it's never getting a season 3.
I never said season 3.
And people are
like he was doing.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Seeming like he was going to do more with like the lore of Bill from before that.
Yeah.
With the ARG that he's doing.
Yes. So I have the Book of Bill. I've been really involved with that because I actually have. I don't know if I told you. I forget we talk so little now. My bad. I need to get better at messaging you. I pre-ordered when it was announced. I pre-ordered the Book of Bill.
No, I remember you were talking about that.
Yeah.
And then I saw like he fucking created a zip bomb, which from an IT perspective was fucking hilarious to watch people just willingly download a zip bomb.
Luckily,
but it was just like
it was just images.
Art.
Yeah.
It was just a cool concept, you know, with my background anyway.
Yeah, he's really cool, man. Like you can tell he really enjoys interacting with the fans on like a level that most creators can't even dream of, you know. But yeah, anyway, just to brag a little, I actually one of the benefits of being unemployed during that time was that I was there like the second his tweet dropped about that book coming out, and there was 10,000 signed copies.
And you got to sign one.
And I got a signed copy. And I want you to understand how much he's done signed copies before of the Journal 3 book. They go for $800 now.
Oh yeah, no, literally. It's like
yeah.
me with the fucking Hollow Ichigo Pop. It's like a little nest
Yeah,
egg in case. You know.
And I'm never planning on selling it. I didn't buy it to scalp. I love Alex. I love his work. I want to keep it, but it feels very cool to pay $30 for something and know that it's like instantly worth like $800.
Oh yeah, literally. That's really fucking dope, dude.
Yeah.
I love that he's willing to do more with that universe because it's such a unique universe as well. And I feel like that's kind of the idea that Fujimoto had when he was doing part 2. Almost like he wanted to do short stories, but he kind of just was like, well, fuck it, I'll stretch it into this.
Yeah, I wish that it was more just like short, contained.
Imagine if he did like a look back about a style like OV or like one shot of like famine and one like of war and you know the other horsemen. And
that'd be much better if it was just like, hey, I have all these ideas for concepts in my head. Let me just like do like 2 or 3 chapter little short like stories. Bing, bing. All right, that one's over. Next one, that one's over. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, and this what kind of like I know you've never watched it. I still say you need to watch it. Archer. It's you know.
I should.
After a certain point, they do these little like he falls into a coma, and then seasons after that are just basically the dreams he was having while he was in the coma until he wakes up from it. And each one of those were ideas that like certain writers had in that franchise.
That's
like
clever.
One is like kind of Miami Vice. One is like Treasure Island themed. One is like fucking like essentially like a James Bond, you know, noir cop style thing instead of he's a spy. And like all of them are like and they're like full execution, but as a package, once you realize like what they are, they're really cool in their execution of that. That's why I kind of like that. And then when they go on, like it's alternative history, but like the stuff that's told in some of those seasons are like very much true. Like there's a famous line in there where he's talking to the CIA agent that was kind of like their handler for the cocaine bit in the Miami Vice one, where it's just like all the fucking war crimes that the CIA committed. And you just like, you know, the smiling friends bit where Charlie's like, oh, that's true. Yeah, it literally 100% historically accurate. Kind of gave me that same vibe here with a lot of this shit, because if we were to go down the path of like, you know, secret society pulling the strings in the background, especially for like this last chapter reveal, like 100%, like this gives me CIA vibes essentially.
Well, yeah, this doesn't, honestly, this, despite the fact that we've never seen these guys before or whatever, it doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, of course the government's going to want to use the power of these devils for, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm sure, I don't remember, but I'm sure there was implications that Makima was working with people that were heavily interested in the idea of erasing certain concepts, right? Like, I have
100%.
no doubt that Makima had her grubby little hands with, in fact, we know she actually had a contract with the Prime Minister, remember? So, I mean,
literally, like if she would die, a random Japanese civilian.
Yeah,
would,
so Makima
and that's
and
why
the Prime Minister
she got consumed.
Exactly, and Makima and the Prime Minister were probably like the Prime Minister was probably like, I am super down for you to erase concepts like death, and because that'll be good for the human race. Blah 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 blah. You know how it goes. So, and it was interesting is I like that it's this old fucked up looking guy calling the shots, because he's sitting there like, oh, I could be young again, and I love that it's this younger guy who's like, this seems really fucked up, and he's just like, how many children do you have again?
Like, I will kill your kids.
Oh, that shit was crazy, bro.
It kind of gives you like the whole Murdoch conspiracy theory, like, or George Soros conspiracy theory vibes, where like is one fucking dude kind of running all the fucking shit in the background. I spend way too much time consuming the stupid content like that, because I enjoy like the psychology behind conspiracy theories and why people fall down those rabbit holes and shit.
And you just know, by the way, that like fucking public safety, it's really interesting the direction that public safety has gone down here, because like the public safety from part one, I got the vibe that they were like a kind of a small underfunded organization that like for the most part wasn't too corrupt. But like now it feels very much like they're taking like underhand money from like these like rich executives and like government officials, and they're like, oh yeah, we can do this for you.
In all of her stupidity and corruption of her own, like Makima did kind of keep that place a little bit tight knit.
Yeah, it felt like a group of people that actually like wanted to help people for the most part. They were crazy, but they were crazy for justice.
Yep. And it gives it kind of plays twofold into a concept that I've always really been fascinated with. Like, if they remove the concept of aging and death and all of that, right? It brings, from the outside perspective of somebody that like Wolverine, for example, or Deadpool, they're essentially cursed in the fact that like everyone they love will die around them, right? Immortality is its own curse. Now, if everyone is immortal and won't age or won't die or have those effects, is it really a curse, or is it a blessing at that point? Because inevitably the world itself will die.
Yeah. Can I give my thought real quick?
Yeah.
So this would just remove aging. You'd still be able to kill yourself. It's not removing dying. Keep that in mind.
Until inevitably they're like, and now I want you to remove death.
Yeah. Well, that is probably the plan, right? Because Yoshida mentioned that. So yeah, if they got rid of death, then yes, they actually are. It'd be like that Family Guy episode, right?
Right.
Yeah, and then there's plenty of problems that we're not thinking about here, right? So like, one, overpopulation, right? Like, how are we going to deal with, like, the second you remove death, even just removing aging, you're going to have to change the way people are reproducing and yada yada yada. You'd also
go down to like the China one kid rule kind of thing,
or even you might just have to stop, or have like a rule where it's like, okay, well, like,
it could send to eugenics maybe.
I think
where like
eventually,
only the elite could.
Eventually, you'd have. So if it's just aging you've gotten rid of, you would still have a handful of people killing themselves every year. Probably just be like, okay, well, it was nice, but I want out. It'd be nice that you could just choose to, like, whenever you're done, like, all right, I'm done, just take a cyanide pill.
I mean, theoretically, you could do that already. Don't do that.
I
Don't
know.
take
I'm
my advice.
saying in a world where you live, you could just. Have you ever watched The Good Place?
Yes.
So have you seen the finale of The Good Place?
Yes, I have.
So in the end of the show, you remember what happens? Like the conflict, they get to actual heaven, and it turns out people are all fucking going crazy because no one should live forever, right?
Exactly.
So they add like an exit door where you can choose to cease to exist whenever you're done with your fill of heaven. But anyway, I wanted to point out. Speaking of that, another issue you'd have if you got rid of aging would be, religious people would go fucking crazy, especially if you got rid of death. They'd be like, because to their perspective, you've just closed off their ability to get to the afterlife. Right? So it's like there's a lot of.
Oh no, the Christians.
No, I know, but like imagine. I'm just imagining in real life how much conflict. Now, but then that opens up another interesting question, right? It's like if we've removed death, though, everyone everyone's memories are rewritten as if it never existed. So then religion, you have an idea how much shit would change if death as a concept was gone and aging. Like religions would either not exist or be way different, because a lot of religion is
beautiful, honestly.
A lot of religion is like trying to explain like the unknown and like what happens after death. So that's fast. I mean, I hope Togashi goes into like the way societies change, the society changes from all this stuff. Really,
you mean Fujimoto, stuff. Not Togashi.
Oh, my bad. Why did I say Togashi, bro?
Probably because he's having back pain again.
Hey man, honestly though, he's been cooking for a while. I don't know. Usually he does like 10 chapters and he dips. He's done like 30. Like, so either way, when he pops out more chapters, we're getting like a year's worth. I'm really excited.
That'll be nice. Maybe, you know, he's close to the end finally.
If he can just get done with this boat arc at least, you know, that'd be something.
No, literally, because as cool as the concepts are, like, it's been boring being on the boat.
I have no problem with it because I do like that world and that story, and I think the problem is every time it restarts, if you're just jumping into where it is, there's so much stuff that you need to know.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, every time Hunter x Hunter restart, or every time it comes back, I reread the entirety of the boat arc because you have to remember what's going on.
Yeah, there's so fucking much.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's such a fascinating thing to like remove those concepts, and the further they go into this delusion of being like better than everyone else and continuing to erase concepts, like arguably yes, removing Nazis great, atomic bombs great, all of those ones were like they made sense, but removing aging and potentially getting down to removing the existence of death in this universe and all of that is insanity, right?
Yeah,
because
and even removing something that you think would be good, right? Like the concern is always like, well, will this cause something worse to come about? Like there's a part in Doctor Who when he's tasked by the Time Lords to genocide the Daleks like before they become like the world-ending threat they are, and then he points out like there's like whole universes, whole planets that made alliances because of the fear of the Daleks. There's other wars that were stopped because people unified to fight against the Daleks. There's so many things that will change if you get rid of this
one little tiny thing.
Yeah, so like
it's like the stepping on a butterfly when you go back in time thing. It's so much could potentially become worse, or it could be, you know, a fucking utopia.
Yeah, it
all kind of depends on where that fucking butterfly lands, and that's what's so fascinating about this universe, and that's why I really do like, even through all the fucking mid that part 2 has been, I love concepts like this being visited or revisited. I'm just concerned that this kind of does right into a corner, right? Because now how do we escalate from here beyond this final battle, right?
Well, my hope, I think ideally Chainsaw Man wraps up with this arc and we end it, you know.
No, like I would 100% love for it to fucking end here, because literally think about it, like how it would be the equivalent of like the Dragon Ball Super for Chainsaw Man at this point, where it's just like sheer escalation for the sake of escalation.
I'm glad you brought up Dragon Ball, by the way, because I was going to bring that up in the context of like we were talking about how it feels like, you know, it's just like I almost said Togashi again. Fujimoto is just like week by weeking this, which is what Toriyama did. Yeah. So like,
but I feel like it's for different reasons. Where Toriyama was kind of forced into week by week by the editors because it was so successful, and they didn't feel like any villain or any like entity was a good stopping point. Even though he did want to end it with Gohan becoming the new hero, then you know, and they're like, no, we gotta you know, bring back Goku because Goku sells. We gotta, you know. The androids weren't good enough.
Yeah, the editors went a little harder back then in their control.
Right. I don't feel like that's the case here. I think it's just like Fujimoto is slapping shit together, and sometimes it hits and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. Well,
but like it does, like if we end here, there's still like minor things to talk about in all of this. If we do end here, like where do you think Chainsaw Man will land in the fucking grand scheme of manga?
Well, yeah, it's
legacy?
Like you said. I mean, I agree. Like you and I go back to our reviews on the other on the other fucking channel. You and I always were on the side of it should have ended with part 1. We didn't want to. We were very much like there's no way there's gonna be part 2 because it didn't feel like it made sense. You know, and I was happy for it at the time. I was like, okay, cool, more Chainsaw Man, but like it should have ended. It would have, if it ended at part 1, it would have been considered to be one of like the coolest like short running, like it would have been on like Full Metal Alchemist tier, right? I know you say it's overrated or whatever, but whatever, you know what I mean though, right? It would have been like
but I can't argue that Full Metal Alchemist is like the standard for which you put short running series.
Yeah, like a short-ish running series. It's like really good. It just feels like well-rounded and like really cool. And now and it will be unfortunate because if it ends now, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, they had that really good part 1 and then that really just ended with a whimper. You know what I mean? Which will be really unfortunate. Now I have no doubt that whatever happens with the Death Devil and all this shit at the end will be really crazy and cool. But like, yeah, I mean, it's been messy for sure. I did want to talk about a couple more things before we wrap up here. I really enjoy. I've always really enjoyed his paneling. So this reveal of them having no mouths is really funny. Where she's like about to like give the order, like, all right, I'll send it up the chain of command, and then like she goes to start talking, and then you can see like sweat starts to form on her face as if she's just realized, oh, I have no mouth now. It's just it was a really funny moment. I really liked that. And then is there anything else to talk about?
I have one in 173 here, and this is one that really got me, talking in the server last week, where they chop their fingers off with a pair of scissors here and use, gore aside, that made me wince. But like, it's where they're drawing like this, and a comment I went back and forth with this as well. It gives like a ritual, vibe where they're just like talking, stating the, ramifications for whatever spell they're doing, right? And it kind of, makes sense because, whatever pact you make with the devil, yada, 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 it can take years off your life. It can, give you this power, what have you. But like they're like cervical spine, neck, vertebrae, and it's hit with like the blood. Each person with a finger that they just, ritualistically, like Yakuza, just chopped off. And it kind of made me think, like, is that how we're going to fucking communicate at this point if we can't fucking, hear at that, But obviously, like, the inner ear would still exist. There's certain, bones there because they just erase the concept of the ear itself. It was a really cool concept. And then we had, obviously, this, aging devil here where it's using, like, people as its own, like, bottom of their chair, and the punch that comes down is like really cool.
Yeah, and then it reminds me of so this reminds me of in part 1 when they were trying to take out Makima. Kishibe had the anti-Makima squad whose entire jobs were to just kill themselves.
No, literally.
It was
you
just
are
like,
fucking human sacrifice.
Yeah, they just sacrificed themselves to the Hell Devil to try to bring Makima to hell, and it worked for all of 3 seconds. And
literally, it was kind of cool. And we have like the Minister of Internal Affairs here being in there, Minister of Defense, and then the Prime Minister of Japan is the people that were introduced at the beginning of 174. So the Prime Minister is part of this fucking shit that they're doing here.
Actually, so is the Prime Minister the old fuck?
No, he's and when you go down.
Oh, he's the money guy, isn't he?
He's the one talking at the very first panel here. And it's like in these transcripts we have discussed having never heard the word ear before. Yeah, we possess no.
So he's the one that Makima had a contract with then.
Yes.
And then who's the old fuck?
That is.
I feel like I'm remembering him.
He's former Minister of Finance Tadashi Hasegawa.
I really like that. My biased beliefs that everyone having to do with money is always fucking evil. It's seeing the most evil guy be the money guy. I was like, yeah, that checks out.
Hasegawa Chainsaw Man.
But yeah,
that is. He has no prior connection. He has an unnamed grandson.
Who does?
I was going into like his wiki page to see if that fucking name had any other people, if they had like talked about who his grandson was.
Oh no, I think he was introduced for the first time in this chapter.
Yeah, well, it's more that he's like, I have a fucking grandson in the private sector. I was trying to think like if he had been named before.
No, I don't
but no, his name is just new.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we have the fucking Minister of Economy being the like younger dude here, and it's just like, We'll just give them Japanese citizenship too. It's
Yeah,
fucking
well, it's like first we'll go through our orphans, and then if we run out of orphans, let's just find a bunch of like fucking immigrant children, and then fast track their citizenship, and then kill them.
Yep, literally. Like, hey, you want to come live in Japan,
Yeah.
tourist? Just don't mind us. Is that a kid? They get their stuff done easily. Don't worry about it, and slit their throat.
Whack.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were talking about in the last chapter when ears were erased. I remember talking to you about like, oh, will they like communicate with like sign language now? Now that mouths are actually erased, I really do hope that like all humans just kind of know sign language now. I think that'd be cool because they would have had to grow up in a world in this alternate history where you basically had to learn sign language. So that's what I'm hoping for. I think that'd be very cool. I could also imagine like instead of the phone now, she's probably gonna do like I could see her doing like what is it, the telegram, like
Yeah. Yeah, the little like Morse code based shit.
Yeah, I could see her, or I guess like texting potentially would be like the main form of communication now.
Yeah, I mean, like a teleprompter, shit like that could be a thing. I find it funny that snow is also one of the concepts that's erased
People
after
brought
all
up
the
Aki.
trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the trauma with Aki,
the
bitterness with the amount of
and-
vomit this man has, induced.
Yeah, people were pointing out that like the stuff that he's erased are all kind of attached to like Denji trauma, which is probably something that Puchita is subconsciously doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, and it makes full sense as well because Puchita being, essentially his heart. It's, like a thing that he's like, I can tell your emotions and shit. I do love how fucking hard Black Chainsaw Man mode goes.
Yeah. Always. Anytime he's out, shit goes wild in this story for sure.
But like the pointlessness of a flip phone at this point is so funny to me.
Well, remember we're in like 1999 right now, so I mean,
yeah. Like literally, we're just going to have to go straight to smartphones. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Imagine like alternate history in that reality though, right? Because we do know that we're in the past and everything, but there's such, retro futuristic, longing or nostalgia that we have now because we have flip phones back in our own reality.
So we realized that we stopped like designing things cool in like the late 90s or like the early 2000s. Like we used to like, I don't know, like look at what like Taco Bells used to look like and look at them now. Bring us back, goddammit.
Like literally like the transparent shit coming back.
Yes.
Kind of. I love that. But it'll never go as hard as like the transparent Macs that we grew up with, like or the fucking transparent
Game
like
Boys.
N64.
Yeah. I had a transparent Game Boy, a transparent purple Game Boy.
Mm-hmm. No, I still have mine. And I also have your transparent fucking N64 that you sold me.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Literally, I'm looking at it. It's
Nice.
all wrapped up to get packed.
Hell yeah.
Like it's funny though. Like I love that we're kind of having that nostalgia. But like as somebody that had one of the flip phones, and it might have changed now. Like and the reason I ended up getting a phone from my employer was the fact that my battery lasted all of 2 hours, and it would cost more for because it just like depleted so bad, having technically two displays inside there, and one of them being damaged. So it would last for 2 hours, so I couldn't do anything without it being fucking plugged in. So like we will literally buy you one because it will cost more to replace the digitizer and the battery in this phone than it would to buy you a new phone.
Excellent.
Which is fucking crazy to think about that we've went that full circle. But my fucking Razor when I was growing up would last like literally weeks.
I think most phones last a decent amount now, because I have an Apple, so of course it only lasts like 8 hours. But like everyone that I know that doesn't have an Apple, like they don't have to charge it for like a couple days.
My S23, that's my personal phone. It lasts like 3 days. On just sitting around because I do work constantly on the side for my other stuff, and my iPhone 15 Pro Max, which is my work phone, it still lasts for like 2 days.
Nice. Well, here's what else, I'm sorry, just to get us back on track if you don't mind,
Yeah.
unless you had something else to say.
I hate that I'm sucking Apple's dick as somebody that had avoided Apple for personal reasons for so long.
They got that good camera, right?
Good camera, good audio quality, and I will say Apple Music's audio quality is superior as somebody that is an audiophile.
That's kind of, that was their thing, and that's how they got their start, as being like the music listener's device, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
yeah,
anyway.
like with the iPod, yeah.
Oh, I miss it. Bring me back.
I literally want to fucking modify an iPod just so I can have all my music on it again. And there are people that make kits
Apple
to do
should
that.
sell just like those little nanos again. Like I'm sure there'd be an audience for that.
Me, literally me.
But I think we'd be fools to not discuss the fact that Sexual Assault Chan shouted out our channel. Really nice of her to do that.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Like, it's proof that Fujimoto watches our content, even though we kind of shit on him occasionally. But I think he likes it. And, you know, he's got that degradation kink on.
In the good timeline, you will have seen a stupid little skit that we're hoping that we're going to do in the front of this. So hopefully, but anyway, it's just, again, I know it's not that big of a deal, but like I feel like the chances are like, it's just so weird to like, we named our channel back in like 2016. I still remember I was driving and it was you, me, and then
Chris.
And a couple others too, because this was back when it was Planet Unity. You remember?
Yeah. I was.
I think we even had who was like the right wing guy?
Alberto.
He might have been in there, and then like who was the guy that was like in charge of the Facebook group?
Eli.
Yeah, I think he was in there too. I
feel like it was like the people that were in like episode 2 or 3 of the podcast. I can't remember, but I was like,
back when it was gonna be like a 6-person channel, and then everyone dipped.
Yeah, like I feel like it was. I remember it was at least you, me, Thurman, and Chris. Eli and Chris in that call.
It was a big call, and I remember I was on the highway, like I was driving.
You were driving back from Big Boy.
It wouldn't have been from Big Boy, because let me think. I feel like it was. I feel like I was on a long drive. I don't know. Could it be that I was driving back from your house?
It might have been that, or you might have been. No, you hadn't been dating.
No, not
Reb
even close. Yeah. Oh, Reb. No, yeah. So it would have been before even my ex. Yeah. This was so long ago, squad. This was like pre-Trump, boys. Like,
yeah. This was like election year. Trump Hillary.
This might have been pre-Harambe.
No, it was pre-Harambe, because Harambe died at like episode 18 of the podcast.
Insane. It's crazy. I gotta say, even though it's like, it's had its ups, it's had its downs, it's fallen apart, it's unfallen apart, we've really done our best to keep this shit alive, and I respect that.
Would you believe me if, like, through the fucking insanity that Tyler, Luke, and I and Zangetsu are doing, all of the 3 seasons of the Disney era of Power Rangers we've done has come up to 11 hours worth of content?
I would, because Rios and I talked about 29 fictional women for 12 hours. So,
yeah. We still have 4 more fucking seasons of that era to go, by the way, and I'm just like, YouTube is going to hate me.
Well, here, with Sexual Assault Chan's very, very nice shout out that she decided to give us, I'll use this opportunity to shout out my actual passion, which is 100 Girlfriends. So go and watch out my 100 Girlfriends reviews with Rios. The real reason this channel's still up.
Eat my ass.
No, I love talking to you, but we both agree that Chainsaw Man doesn't light the fire in our loins anymore.
No, literally.
As much. But again, look forward to, so once the Dandadan anime comes out, I'm hoping that I'm going to watch that. I'm hoping that I like it, and then if I do, I'm going to catch up with Dandadan, maybe Dandadan reviews.
Or maybe Centuria. I mean, there's so few chapters, you could read that in a day.
I'm going to get caught up with something that Vex is caught up with, so we have something to review more regularly.
Especially, like, if this ends in the next couple chapters, like it feels like.
I doubt it would be in the next couple, but I could see it ending in 20 or 30. Yeah.
I don't even, like, remember how sudden the end.
You're right, but, like, please, like, not that. His pacing's so slow, bro. Like, I can't, what would even get done in, like, 10 chapters of
fucking nothing, like the rest of part 2. You gotta admit, like, the end game of Chainsaw Man was a sudden ending.
No, yeah, I mean, we didn't think it was gonna get a part 2 until the last chapter came out, where he was like, yeah, by the way, it's getting a part 2.
Yeah, so like it could end in like 5-10 chapters, and it'd be like, hey, part 3, and we'll just be here bashing our heads against our.
I'll read it.
I'll read it, but why?
I mean, I'd be curious what the fuck he was gonna do with it.
But like, it would literally be that morbid curiosity, like watching a car crash.
Yeah.
Like, because they're like, it literally would be Dragon Ball Super at that point, like sheer escalation for no fucking reason other than the fact that like money.
Literally, let my man just make a new series.
No,
he
100%.
would probably cook so hard if he just made a new series and was
No,
unshackled.
he
Yeah.
feels like he's been shackled to Chainsaw Man. Like
Yeah.
every single one of his fucking one shots has been phenomenal. I would
Yep.
love to review the Look Back movie when it comes out with you.
Yes, is that coming to America theaters?
I would assume it would
I
come through
hope.
Fathom if nothing else.
Yeah, but
Because
yeah,
fuck
no,
it, the new My Hero movie's coming through Fathom.
of course, yeah.
You know, but like, I would love to watch that since we never did the manga for that.
Definitely. It looks so good, honestly.
The fucking like Hideo Kojima, you can tell if a movie's good or
He
bad
watched it,
based
like,
on how
3
he fucking
times, right?
yeah that and the fact that he fucking how he reviews it, right?
Mhm.
I saw the Marvels, you know, versus like I saw Alien Romulus, the phallic nature of this, you know, more, you know, blah 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 blah
Yeah,
blah.
yeah.
You know,
The more stuff he has to say about it.
and the more he actually enjoyed something. And I have a love-hate relationship with the man, but like you can tell he is a very, very, you know, well-versed in cinema, and I respect that, you know. And you know, his music taste is god tier because his music taste is literally mine. Like he had Bring Me the Horizon in his fucking studio. They signed his wall today, and I'm jealous. Like that's fucking crazy. I do have one other thing that I want to bring up, and this is I will invite you to do this with us on the other channel because we're nearing the end of yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking to the fucking audience, and I was
Well,
gonna be
I'm
like,
I'm
"Show us your cocks. Send us pictures of your cocks."
No. Nope. Shutting that shit down right now.
Oh yeah. This is not legal advice or medical advice.
No, like,
Do
the
not!
trans community has had enough fucking bad rep in the last couple weeks. I don't
Surprise!
wanna be
We're
involved
the
in
next.
that
We're the next
controversy.
YouTubers. We're the next
No, but, like,
YouTubers. You cannot talk over me. We're the next ones to be canceled. It's happening.
The amount of bullshit I do on Twitter, I do not know how we haven't been canceled.
Because Vex, there's a difference between, I don't know, saying like retard on Twitter and like grooming children. You're not a child groomer, despite all your I couldn't decide if I want to say faults or flaws. Despite all of your bullshit, you have yet to groom a child, as far as I
I'm
know.
also not a Minecraft streamer, so there's
Yeah.
that.
Don't like
I feel
Minecraft.
like the pipeline between Minecraft streamer and groomer is like 1-to-1 there.
Are you a Minecraft streamer, Trump voter, rapist? What's the difference?
But no, like, all that snarkiness aside, we're going to be watching the entirety of both the Naruto anime, which is a masochistic and fucking endeavor, and the Fairy Tail anime.
Wait. Filler or no filler?
Filler.
No
everything.
shot. Do you understand that there's like 150...
720 episodes total, my
Right,
guy.
but at the end of the original Naruto, before you even get to Shippuden, there's like 100 episodes of bullshit. You know that, right?
There's 32 episodes of filler, technically.
At the end of the original Naruto, I thought it was like 100.
No, Shippuden, there's 125 episodes of filler, full filler, and there are like 46 episodes of partial filler.
Naruto, filler...
It is insanity.
You watch it
You
on
get-
like Discord together?
We are going to be watching it through Discord.
How am I meant to concentrate on any anime with fucking Luke's British ass voice?
You know, I love it. We've been doing this with Power Rangers, and it's been the most fun I've had making content.
I knew it was more than that. The first part Naruto filler, 143 to 219. So like right after the Sasuke fight, it's like, let me see, like 70 episodes of filler.
Parts of those are technically also canon, though.
No,
That's
they
what's-
aren't. I remember watching Naruto. Listen, bro. I remember this. It is Naruto Sasuke fight. 70 episodes of bullshit, and then maybe at like the very end of the final episode, it's like, okay, now I'm going off to train with Jiraiya, you know. But like everything in the middle there, after the Naruto Sasuke
It's
fight,
fucking insanity.
I'm just warning you.
It might have been Shippuden, where it's like a bunch
No,
of like
Shippuden,
interspliced-
yes. Shippuden did a bunch of like melding the canon in the
Yeah.
filler. But like, yeah, in Naruto, like it gets to where the manga ends, and then they
And
just
then they
like
do the fucking
70
Full Metal
episodes of-
Alchemist shit. Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
that's where they do the
I'm-
Ninja Ostrich filler. You remember that? Classic.
Ninja Ostrich. I remember the fucking like.
What's
what was it,
underneath Kakashi's
Carnival?
mask? episode.
Yeah, the carnival game bullshit. I remember they were fucking raising money for something. It was stupid.
I will say, most of those filler episodes I've never seen, so they would be like a new experience for me at the very least.
Yeah, this is punishment for a fucking thing we did on stream. So we got a number of subs. That was fucking... It got to that, and then fucking we're doing it.
Have you considered how long this is going to take?
Do you know how long
it's taken
us? It's been a year for Power Rangers.
Oh my god, I respect the dedication, man. I'll be honest. I started reading when I finally was like, I want to finish Naruto.
I did the same thing.
Yeah, I started reading the manga, and
remember the Star Village arc in Shippuden that was on Disney XD?
So I'll be honest. When I was watching through Naruto, I skipped through most of the filler, so I actually haven't seen almost any of the filler of Naruto.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say was I started reading the manga, and even the manga feels slow on that fucking war arc. Everything else was fine, but once you get to that war arc, it's a nightmare. I can't even
literally. Like
Tenten
got a chapter, fucking Neji got a chapter, fucking.
And in a series where I cared about the characters, I would praise that and say that's a good thing. But
imagine if Bleach did that.
Yeah, sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't. You know, it was a kind of a mixed bag. Like, you got a couple of chapters like that in, like, the Fate Katakura arc where you'd get, here's, I don't know, Byakuya's fight.
Here's Byakuya's fight. Here's a little bit with Karin getting a little bit of love, and then never again.
Karin. Yeah, in the Fullbring arc where you thought maybe she was going to be important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine if she was worth a damn in that series.
I still think it would have been a power move to say, Ichigo, your powers are gone, and your sister is now the Soul Reaper substitute. That'd be kind of sick.
Yeah, that would have been, fucking pull Hunter x Hunter in there. Yeah, that would have been nice. Yeah. But, like, we're doing that. We're doing Fairy Tail.
50 chapters.
Yeah. Fairy Tail, I have never watched or consumed all of it. I think I watched the first season of the anime and hated it.
Here's the problem with Fairy Tail. Okay, the anime aired at like a super early time slot, so it's censored to high hell. So like the it's already not that great of a series, but there are parts of it, there's good parts to it. But the manga is like significantly better because the anime, anytime that someone, like, there'll be a moment where someone like takes out a dagger and stabs someone and they're like bleeding. In the anime, they'll change that to like an ice attack because they can't show blood. It's really annoying. As like already it's like bad movie.
It's a 4 out of 10 series that gets knocked down to a 2 out of 10. I know.
Yeah, it's.
I'm sure the comments will be lovely for me hating on Fairy Tail.
No one in our fucking audience cares about Fairy Tail.
Believe it or not, in the server, I've gotten roasted for hating on it.
Well, yeah. Remember when there was a random homophobe in the server, like randomly? I was like, well, how did you get here?
How the fuck they got through there, I don't know. But like I'm a person of my word, If you reach a goal, I will fucking suffer through whatever it is, for whatever it is.
I mean, I can't promise I'm gonna join for every Naruto watch sesh, but maybe.
Yeah, we're doing it like we've done season by season, so we can make them audio podcasts as well because we realize like a lot of people just use them as background noise, so I put them up on Spotify that way. Yeah. And then, like, the big bulk of it is just uploaded to YouTube. So what we're doing is, like, arc by arc, so that way the arcs can be individual audio podcasts. And then we're doing the fucking, maybe just fucking, part 1 as one long-form, visualizer podcast on YouTube. And then Shippuden as one big, long visualizer.
You're insane.
Editing will be a fucking nightmare.
There's so much in Shippuden. You could talk about it for like 10 hours.
Dude, by the time fucking Disney era is done, that might be a 24-hour long video.
Oh, yeah. That'd be intense. Fucking nut up or shut up. Make it a stream.
Fuck that.
24 hours
because
stream.
I've already recorded 3 of the 7 seasons.
Vex, if you buy me the thing that lets me stream from my Switch, I will stream Celeste trying to do the golden strawberries for 12 hours straight.
I will do that when I have enough money to buy stuff. Like, literally, I was thinking of that for your fucking Christmas gift anyway if you didn't buy it by that point.
That's sick, actually. Yeah. I'll be sure to get you something too.
Either the Has Been Hotel vinyl, or I'll send you a link to it. There's another vinyl I've been trying to get my hands on. Because that is my life. I am one of those people now.
I know. I respect audiophiles. Honestly, I feel it, man. Like when you get that crystal clear shit going on, it fucking elevates the music. I feel you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did we want to wrap this up, or do we want to keep yapping?
I feel like there's something that you were talking about doing at some point as well, off camera in the fucking Facebook chat.
What are we talking about?
A specific form of content that you were talking about doing.
You just say it. You don't need to keep it a secret unless it is a secret. I don't know what you're talking about.
Weren't you talking about doing another fucking like not Hisoka content, but like another video essay when you're feeling it again?
I'd like to. I need to get. You know how when it's been like so long since you've done something, you try, because I'm not gonna pretend like I haven't tried to edit. Like I tried to make another AMV and I got a little into it, and then you like lose your confidence and you're like, oh, it's not that good, and then you stop. But yeah, what was it? There was it
was something about Fire Force. I remember you were talking about at one point.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
I did my my friends and I did a PowerPoint night. I don't know if you know what that is, where like everyone kind of like chooses like
picks a topic,
yeah, and makes a PowerPoint about it and educates everyone else about it. So I mean, I would like I could do a video on Fire Force on like how what my PowerPoint was about was how fourth wall breaking doesn't just have to be for funny, like ha 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 joke. Fourth wall breaking can be dramatic, can be spooky, can be good for the story, you know what I mean? So like I'd love to do not just Fire Force, but I could like talk about Undertale. I could talk about I don't know.
And I feel like that's also like your specialty too, is like you love those fourth wall breaking moments in a lot of media.
'Cause it fucking freaks me out, bro. Like when the character like looks and like sees you, it's free, it's spooky. Like all of a sudden, I talked about this in the PowerPoint night, but like it makes you feel like all of a sudden you are a character. You are no longer just watching the story. You're like you feel involved, right? Like like in Undertale when the one of the characters says, "No, I'm not talking to you, Frisk. I'm talking to you," right? And it's like, that's spooky. I fuck with that. That shit, I'm such a slut for that shit.
Yeah,
so maybe one day, yeah.
Yeah, and there's one other piece of content you were going to be a part of, and it's mine and Ann Arbor's wonderful stream of fucking Kingdom Hearts rambling, where we're just dissecting that fucking shit. Because you did agree to that one.
I don't remember what. When was this?
It was the last time you were in the fucking audio call with us in Discord.
Yeah. But what the hell am I gonna add to that?
We're supposed to sit there and do like a drunk history education of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, you guys tell me. I'm down. Yeah, I'm definitely down for that. Just tag me.
Yeah, we're going to stream that on Twitch, and it'll be after I get back from the UK.
All right,
so
I'm
then
still
the next
down.
couple
if
weeks.
You can ever fucking drag your sorry ass here, or I can drag my sorry ass there. I still want to play more Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Should we stop yapping now, or I can't tell if this should still be part of the video or not?
I'm looking at the state of the studio. I'm like, there would be nowhere for you to sit because I have boxes everywhere right now.
No, I can just sit on a big dildo. It's fine.
Sure, I'll buy a Moby Huge in my like non-existent bank account right now.
Honestly, dude, I think that would do numbers. If fucking my best friend Red wrecks his boy pussy while playing Kingdom Hearts.
That's a title, and with that, peace.
Wait, I have one more question before we peace. I needed to ask this. Mouths just disappeared all at once. Imagine all the people getting blowjobs right now.
Fuck.
Cut off that penis. And with that, peace. Sloppy chainsaw man. Oh.
I have no mouth and I must scream.
That's a good story. Yeah, listen to the audiobook of it. That's one of those rare audiobook. Well, actually, I don't know how rare this is, but the audiobook of I Have No Mouth Yet I Must Scream is actually narrated by the author himself, because he felt like no one else could do it justice.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway, I'm putting a nuke on the OBS, and I figured we're just Vex and I are cooking so hard right now. I didn't want to lose any precious content, so I decided to start filming while I was doing that. So guys,
this is stitched onto another review that has a skit on it. It's a rarity.
I think it's probably fine to like triple up on like here at Controlled Chaos. You buy one, you get 3 free. Okay, because Fujimoto is bleeding us dry.
it's not just the bleeding us dry. It's that there is a sheer lack of. There's a lot to talk about, but there's no dialogue this chapter.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a bold direction and say I'm gonna say a different reason for why it's hard to do content for me. Why it's harder to do content for Chainsaw Man Part 2 now. I feel like I used to at least be able to attempt to predict and theory craft, which is like 50% of a review is like, where's this gonna go? You can't predict this shit. It's unpredictable. And like, well, part of that is kind of interesting, I guess. I mean, it's cool to never know what the fuck is gonna happen to an extent. It really does just feel like there's absolutely no line of logic. And again, there's pros and cons to that, but like, it's hard to do content.
It feels like America in a nutshell right now, where 1 week feels like a calendar year. In news cycle.
God, yes. Hold on. Vex, which nuke PNG should I go for? Should I get the mini nuke from Fallout on our desk?
That would be pretty on brand. Given that the last game that I streamed was Fallout 4. That was a month ago, apparently, because after we get done filming this, there will be the reward stream from like a year ago that we promised this, whereas Ann Arbor, Tyler, and myself all drunkenly arguing with each other about Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I'm sure this will be the VOD of this will be up on our other channel. If you want to listen to a bunch of drunk people sloppily explain the lore of Kingdom Hearts to me, will I go that'll be over there, I guess. Here, hold on.
It will definitely be up on the main channel.
But yeah, this little
like,
addition to the just tack on the end of the review. I figure it's just I can't imagine we're gonna talk for more than 15 minutes about this because there's good stuff here, but not a lot as always. I'll just jump right to what I'm the most excited about here. Obviously, is his art more sloppy than it used to be? Yes. I even saw like a direct comparison of what his art used to look like. Did you? I don't know if you saw that tweet where it was like, oh man, his art really has fallen off.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them.
And yeah, it's rougher for sure. But I will say, like,
it's not to an Oda level.
Oda's actually kind of, in my opinion, he's kind of recovered it a little bit. I don't know if you remember, he went on to have an eye surgery because he had like he was having like bad vision.
I remember.
Oda's is better now, in my opinion.
Yeah. Like post surgery, it's definitely better. But like there was a vast period of time there where it was like super rough.
This PNG looks so bad, dude. It's got like the white outline around it and shit. It's so nasty.
Oh god, I mean it's fucking. It's probably stripped directly from the creation engine.
I put the nuke in your arms and it looks like you're cradling it like a baby.
Beautiful.
Little radiation cancer.
I'm like the hydrogen bomb here and the nuclear. It's fucking stupid.
Well, the reason I put a nuke up is just to kind of tie it into the actual chapter review here. Is I think. So I want to talk about the two things that interest me in this chapter real quick. Just because I'm trying to keep this quick and succinct a little bit because I know you guys want to get to your stream. Okay, so one, I like the art again at the end there. I think Fujimoto really excelled at, like, despite the fact that they have no mouths, you can really see expression in their faces, right? Especially at the end there with Aso War Devil. You're just the fear and like people have already done the parallels of like, how Denji got like kind of assaulted by War Devil. Like now it's like a payback almost. Like she's forced to like kneel to him and she's looking up in terror of him. It's very poignant, I think. And also like the fear in her eyes, she just looks terrified. And this prideful War Devil who is like, how fucking stubborn she is, being literally forced to kneel, be on her knees and look up in fear. Loved that moment. And I love the fucking like the light in her eyes. she is seeing something. Something is happening. And my assumption, even, he has no mouth right now, so I'm not sure. I have ideas of how this might play out. But I think that he might, how did this part start? With literally chapter 1, with the War Devil being like, I'll make you vomit up nukes. Chainsaw Man might genuinely be in like, oh, you want nukes, bitch? Like, I could genuinely see it. And that would probably take place, even though he has no mouth, by C-sectioning himself, I would guess. That's been a theory for a while. So that's what I'm expecting to happen. She's seeing what looks like a giant fireball, a la fucking that one scene from Terminator 2 where she's like holding onto the fence. Like,
yeah, it could be that, or it could be him bisecting himself, like giving himself a C-section, and a lot of what he's absorbed coming out all at once too. Yeah. Like not just the nuke, but like the star that drives people insane and all of that shit.
And to see like society lose its mind as things keep getting added and subtracted will be very funny.
Yes, exactly. And like we've been saying for a while now, it definitely is feeling like the end game for the last couple of reviews, and it's on par with that final fight with Makima. So like I could see this being also like 10-15 chapters max before we're at the end of this, and I'm very fucking glad, like I said in the last video, or the last bit of this video before we decided to tack this on, because like I genuinely do not want this to get to a Dragon Ball situation where it's just escalation for escalation.
It almost already kind of has.
It really has, but like more so than that.
Yeah.
You know, like there's only so much further we can take this insanity that we're dealing with before the apocalypse happens and then all the Nostradamus bullshit. But like even then, like what will be left of society if fucking, you know, Black and Chainsaw Man just decide, you know, I'm gonna cut my gut open and unleash all the fucking chaos into the world that was already absorbed by me because fuck society.
I think it would be
I have nothing to live for.
It would be a very Fujimoto move to just end this series by like destroying the entire universe. You know, like it all just ends in a horrific apocalypse where everyone dies. That feels very Fujimoto.
You know, remember the old like Looney Tunes where like Daffy had to fucking, you know, draw the cartoon as it went on, and it was just Bugs fucking with him. You know,
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, it was a classic Looney Tunes cartoon. And it's just,
I
like,
believe
Bugs
you. I'm horribly what's the word? Uncultured.
Yeah. So it kind of feels like that's Fujimoto playing with Denji here, and the cast is just like playing the role of Bugs Bunny.
You could almost spin it too. If we want to knob slob Fujimoto, this could be like one of those moments where a writer is like, "Oh, you're pressuring me to continue this story. I'm just gonna for this part, I'm just gonna kill everybody so that I can finally move on to other shit."
And you know, I'd respect the fuck out of that, given that he said that he doesn't want to draw anymore. He just wants to write stories. You know, he would hire an artist moving forward.
That'd be so cool. That would be honestly the ideal move for Fujimoto. Like going forward, he just does like the one shots he loves, or just a bunch of like short-ish stories, like, you know, somewhere like 50 to 100 chapter stories. Where I think I would read the shit out of those, especially if he gets an artist, because like he said, he's kind of sick of drawing, and it's very clear he is. You know, and that's fair, dude. Drawing is the hard part of my, you know, like writing is easy. I mean, not easy, you know, there's varying skills, but it's much easier to write in terms of effort. Like, you know, I mean, I could shit out a fucking fanfic. If my brain's in the right mood, I can shit out a fanfic in a night versus like drawing 100 pages. No, it's going to take you like 3 months.
Yeah, so, if not longer, depending on your level of skill. You know, like there's more into, you know, argument in the fact that like after a while you're debilitating your body in this media, right? And it's the same way that you could say a musician's damaging their ears.
I mean, it's the repetitive of anything, right? It's like when you take it from being a hobby to like your job, all of a sudden like you can't stop if your wrist is really hurting you, or you know.
I know, like, a lot of my artist friends buy those, like, little sleeves for when they draw on their iPad even. To put over their, like, finger so they don't get, like, trigger finger almost. And I'm saying the musician in the ear thing because I have to fucking get hearing aids possibly from being exposed to so much loud sound.
Do you not wear earplugs when you're doing things around?
Yeah, I do. But also I have had loud music in my ears since I was a teenager.
When I was when we went to a Mystery Skulls concert. Have you heard of Mystery Skulls? It's okay if you haven't.
Not.
Oh, yeah. It's one of those bands that has like 3 or 4 songs that went like mega viral, and everything else is kind of in like the 100,000 range, you know.
Yeah.
But like, so like if you look up, I'll send you some of their stuff. It's very much like electronic club dance music. I think you'd maybe like that.
Possibly.
And anyway, so we went there, and the security guard, we were right in the front row. We actually got VIP because, you know, he's moderately popular. There's probably like 300 people in the room, so like not super, you know, a nice moderately sized,
like pyramid scheme level.
Yeah, and it was a gift for it was a birthday gift for my girlfriend's brother. So we got VIP tickets. We got to meet them, and we were right in the front row. And the security guard, very nice guy by the way. You know, I noticed like, oh, you know, because this is his job every day to just stand up there while they're playing, and he put in the ear or like a little fucking, what's it called, ear blockers. Why am I blanking on that now? Earplugs. Yeah. Yep. And I'm like, that's smart, because otherwise, I thought of that too. I was like, you would be fucking deaf every single goddamn right at the front, right behind like in front of the band. Yeah.
Well, they not only are doing it for that, they're also around the equipment too. So they're getting both the interface and then the feedback. So they're getting it twofold there. and especially like with, if it's a venue that also does crowd surfing and shit like that, there's also that potential
Did not get
damage.
that crazy, but I'm sure at some point, maybe in some shows.
Yeah, like they get absolutely shit stomped at times, and I have respect for that type of it when the security guards do their fucking job. I've dealt with plenty of security guards.
He was super nice. Like there was there was an intermission, and some of the people like sat down on the floor to like rest their legs, and he immediately was like flashlight, like, are you okay? Are you like, he thought someone had passed out. So he was a good guy.
I carry around loops now. I just on my wallet, so I have those handy. But I used to just use the ones I had from work, and they also allowed me, like when I'm setting up, to listen to music while I'm just like fucking around in the back. But it's an unfortunate side effect of being exposed to also having factory work most of my adult life.
All right.
Loud noises for that.
Let's bring it back to the chapter. I did want to talk about.
I want to mention one other thing here.
I got one more. I got a couple things too, but yeah.
The hands and arms being gone, essentially, now.
Like I said, like his art, it's sketchier, but it's still really good. Like I do love what he's drawing. Like her walking around. Are you talking about like everyone getting their fucking arms cut off? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. So what did you want to say about that? Sorry.
I like this aspect of slowly devolving the humans into slugs, essentially.
I mean, it's clear you can feel the rage behind, and I don't know how much of this is Fuchida in control. I don't know how much of this is Denji in control. Perhaps an amalgamation of both, but you can really feel the rage behind every movement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ann Arbor did bring up one very important thing, though, and I feel like we'll agree here with him, which is a rarity for us both to agree with Ann Arbor. I'm kind of pissed that we might not get a lot more from the Primal Devils, the Primal Fears, because obviously aging would be one of those, you would think, but having a lot of that aspect of shit sidelined since we're ramping up to a finale, it seems like, kind of is disheartening.
Yeah, I mean, of course, like, Fujimoto, it's been very clear from the beginning that he was never going to do, like, a traditional ramp-up structure like most manga do. Like, I'm sure something that you're appreciating on your read-through of One Piece is that no aspect gets left unturned, right? Like, anything that you thought, like, oh, I want to kind of know more about this aspect of the world or this aspect of the politics in this world, you're going to find out about it, right? I'm assuming you appreciate that.
So, yeah, absolutely. I love that we were... That's a series that dives deep into every aspect.
Yeah, if you have a question, it'll probably be answered. Versus like, and then it's like the exact opposite, kind of methodology of writing that Fujimoto employs. And I think that I've made peace with that. I agree, that's sad, but I've made peace with it a long time ago. It's just like he's gonna do what he will. There's no even possibility of predicting. It's just like I said before. I think my metaphor that I like, right, where when you read One Piece, when you read Hunter x Hunter, when you read most stories, it feels like you're reading a story, right? Like, okay, I'm not just opening up a portal on some random street corner and watching what's happening. I am watching the highlight clips, right? Like, versus with you read Chainsaw Man, it really does just feel like what you're seeing is not being carefully curated by an author, but rather he's just opening a window for you to watch. Just, and that's why there'll be weeks of just boring bullshit. And again, there's part of that that's almost interesting and like commendable and different, but like it's weird for sure.
Yeah, it's a different style of writing. I kind of respect it, but at the same time, it's kind of frustrating as somebody that likes to have the rules of the world laid out and all this stuff explained, especially in something that is fascinating as this world.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, hopefully we get more like Chainsaw Man novels that maybe I know there was that one.
Yeah, I have it.
Did it go into the lore at all, or?
It's just side stories like you would get from like the side stories for Sword Art Online. Essentially,
maybe we could get like the Hell Saga, or like just like vibing in hell. Like that'd be cool. Also, you know what else we I hope we fucking deal with still is getting power back from Hell.
Yeah, that would be nice, but I honestly don't see how we can fit that in at this point.
I mean, it could happen now, to be honest with you. I could see Chainsaw Man just like fucking like Majin Buu style, like screaming a portal into hell, like and then just like yoink.
Fuck it, why not? We're replicating Dragon Ball level escalation. Fuck it, here's power back.
Yeah, I have one more important comment, and it's a Gooner comment. I don't know why, but Asa's looking kind of good with no arms. I'm just gonna say it.
Why are you thinking of fucking the Nugget?
Oh, come on, girl. It's like a more efficient way of bondage. She can't struggle.
What the fuck?
This is, of course, with consent. You know, but I'm saying with consent, I don't gotta bother tying you up. You're already armless. You know.
I'm pretty sure you can still squirm without arms.
Oh, squirming makes it funner.
And with that piece, I got nothing else. I got nothing else to comment.
Are you gonna tell me she doesn't look fucking banging? Right? Is she not slaying?
She looks fucking hot as hell. I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with
Are you telling me you, of all people, haven't experimented with bondage?
I literally have.
Exactly! Bondage is a perfectly acceptable form of sex as long as there's consent on both sides. And I'm just saying, armless. Hot. And there's something weird about.
You need like a vacuum style bondage here.
She's just a flesh tube now.
Hit the video, Jesus Christ! I'm gonna puke from laughter.
This is why I can never have an important career anywhere.
No, you cannot. Your political aspirations.
No, yeah, those ended years ago. Too much assassination attempts going around.
You know what? But like, if JD Vance wants to fucking,
that's true.
You can fucking nugget if JD Vance wants to.
Oh, what are they gonna do? A prominent Democrat, Red Alexander, wanted to fuck a fucking fictional character, and what? I feel like we're getting to a point genuinely in the world where like people are gonna be like, so who hasn't wanted to fuck a fictional character? Like, and that's based. We were so like tired of cancellations. I feel, and this isn't like the right wing take. Like you know, some people deserve to be canceled, but I feel like it's happened so much that like now people like roll their eyes and be like, are they a pedophile? If not, I don't care. You know.
Are they like phobic or are they a pedo? And then if so, delete from playlist is my logic at this point, being in the music scene.
Exactly. I feel I mean if Shane Dawson can come back from like fucking his cat or whatever the fuck he did, anyone can do anything.
I did not come on my cat. Yeah, you did, buddy.
Yeah, see, all I want to do is, what's weirder, fucking an armless girl or fucking a cat? I'll leave that question to you. Comments.
And with that piece, I can't.
God. I mean, yeah. Mommy? Chainsaw Man? Mommy?
This is an interesting intro.
This is a good chapter. This
is a fifth chapter in this bunch.
It's gonna be reviews. A mega review. Okay, so like again, I just want to start off by saying I am very confident in saying this is the best chapter of Chainsaw Man in like at least a year. I mean, this is literally, and of course, not every chapter can be this, but like, man, when it is this, it just reminds you that Fujimoto can cook. You know, this feels like maybe the moments that he's been building up to. You know,
I feel like every arc has one of these chapters, but like none of them really hit as much as this one. Like, I saw because I was busy when this chapter came out because I just got a new job. Recording this the second day of being at my new job. And I saw the Discord server just completely popping off after I got out of my orientation and shit. And I'm like, okay, it must have been a really good fucking chapter if it was this busy. Because usually it's just like, okay, that was a chapter, or that was one of the chapters of all time.
3 people talked for 2 seconds, and that was it. No, I mean, this is one of those chapters that's like, I was reading this, and at the end there, the reveal of like her making herself new arms as weapons, gauntlets, from her 2 children, which of course not literally, she didn't push them out of a vagina, but like...
See, this is proof of like a post-birth abortion.
Yeah, wow. Oh my god, that's actually a good joke. You've surprised me with a good joke, Vex.
It's because I'm fucking tired.
It's such a good joke. I couldn't even laugh. It was so good. I was like, oh my god, that was a good joke.
Did not expect that out of me, did you?
See, Republicans, you were right? Question mark. Anyway, fucking take that, liberals, or something. Fuck. Okay, so a couple things to talk about here. One, her form at the end here is actually so sick, so fire. I've seen so much fan arts already, and it's because this is like the first like traditionally cool anime thing that's happened in this series in so long. You know what I mean?
Literally.
Yeah, this is most of the series has been, and I don't not like this, but a lot of Chainsaw Man has been like, we're walking down an alley, we're getting a hand job, we're going to eat sushi, we're doing this like needless fucking prison break arc that amounts to nothing. Where and then
it's pretty bad when the hand job chapter really amounts to nothing.
I enjoyed the hand job chapter personally.
Well, I mean, it was a good chapter.
I don't know. Hold on. I don't think it amounted to nothing. I think there's still character trauma happening from that. I think that's part of the reason. I think that's like a stack on top of the haystack of why Denji has like trauma transformed right now. He's been molested.
I'm
his
not
daughter is dead.
That. I mean, like, I expected more from it in the heat of the moment there, and then we just really didn't get that much. We went from that to the sushi for Nayuta, and then that was the moment that really broke.
I think Fujimoto is the type of writer who he'll let things burn. So I think like it'll probably be mentioned again later. Would be my assumption. That'd be my hope at least. I assume there's like a relationship thing brewing between Asa and Denji, be it toxic or not. But I wanted to say though, like this is just so anime cool. Like I'm just so surprised at how anime cool this is. This is one of this reminded me of like being like a high schooler watching anime again, and like when I'd see a cool panel, like I want to make that my phone wallpaper or something. Like I feel that. There's so many panels here that are fucking awesome, and now she's got the Makima fucking like finger bang move, which is awesome, but way more powerful than Makima's because this actually like blows him, like it actually like hurts his body. Obviously Makima sent him to space over time, but like this one like actually she was able to like get the mouth devil out. And you see the mouth devil at the very end here. It's coming out of his body, and that's why they have mouths again. So we might see her continue to blast him in the fucking womb area. Boom, 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 boom. And then maybe get a fucking, all of the people she wants back, including Nukes,
Yeah. No, like, I definitely think there's a lot to be said here. I want to take it back a few pages here. Like to the conversation Asa was having with Yoru here in the tub, which is such a cool parallel watching the two. Like, I love how he depicted this conversation with them on like each side of the tub here.
He actually always depicts them talking like this. Like it's really cool. Like whoever's actually in charge of the physical body, the other person is like kind of just ethereally floating next to them, like in like a ghost world, basically.
Oh yeah.
I've always really liked how he depicts this. There was that one moment, I don't remember how many chapters ago it was, but like it was early on where like one of them's running and the other one like is standing in front of them, and then they run into the other one and then they swap places. It's just very cool. I agree.
Oh yeah. I liked how he depicted it in the tub here while they're just cleaning up and having this conversation. And I do really like how much trauma you can see on Yoru's face from all of this too. It's not just taking a toll on Asa. You can see it's taking a toll on Yoru too.
Yeah.
All of the shit is going on. So she does still kind of have a soul. You would think the manifestation of war would just be numb to everything. But you can see that she still has a bit of that humanity left in her even. I think it comes down to the fact that they're both getting feelings for Denji. It's not just Asa.
Well, I think beyond even Denji, I think so my theory in the beginning, and I'm very confident that it's proving to be true here, is that the reason that Yoru, because we saw her original form as that weird owl thing, right? I think the reason the War Devil chooses to merge with a human like this is to remind them what it feels like to feel guilt and to feel humanity. Because if they're not merged with a human, I imagine they're just a straight like war deity that has like no feelings. I mean, I'm sure it's there, but I think it amplifies when you merge with a human, right? And then also what we see is that like the things that truly make her feel emotions are the things she's passionate about, has pride about, like the war stuff, right? So I said in the beginning that like one of the reasons she merged with Asa is probably because Asa's gonna have like a bunch of guilt to make good weapons, but she probably doesn't have anything like that. We find out in this chapter she does, but it's just her children. And again, media literacy check, by the way. It doesn't mean she fucking gave birth to these things. It's a metaphor because war gave birth to tanks and guns and weaponry. So she considers tanks and guns two of her most like loved, valuable children, probably, right? I mean, imagine you're this deity of war. You've existed since like one caveman hit another caveman with a rock, right? and you've watched humanity grow throughout years and years, and you see them developing all this like poison gases and like Agent Orange and fucking, and you're just sitting there like so proud like of what your little concept of war has become. Like, oh, it's really blossomed, it's grown, you know. And like, yeah, like when the gun was invented, I mean, that just escalated war to another fucking level, you know what I mean? Like from just like stabbing each other.
Absolutely.
So of course that'd be one of like your most prized children, and to see her actually have, and remember, the rules of how making weapons work is it's more powerful dependent on how much guilt you have to destroy the thing.
Yeah.
So
no,
like so this is confirmed that she has like a fuck ton of guilt to like destroy her children here.
Oh yeah, and it's funny too because like we knew the Gun Devil was a thing from part 1. This is a callback to that, and we've been having a lot of these like callbacks to part 1 here the last like, you know, fucking 10, 15 chapters as we slowly wrap things up. Yoshida maybe being dead, you know, you have that being wrapped up. So there's really not that much cast left from part 1 at this point, which makes sense, you know, to close the chapter on that. You have fucking all of the like contracts that may have been, you know, or the contractable devils there in that facility. You know, we have Katana, you know, still floating around. But we do have like the Gun Devil just getting sacrificed to be a weapon here and being brought back into this like form of a gauntlet, which kind of gives me like, I wonder if they'll function like Yang from Ruby.
Ah, yes, I need to see her do that fucking pose where she like punches her hands together.
You know, like my feelings for how Ruby's become aside, I did love Yang's fighting style.
Oh, yeah. Ruby's seasons 1 through 3 were excellent. You know, everyone, I don't think anyone, I mean, obviously, like, the plot was always shit. I will always posit the plot was always shit, and that's why it was better when it was a Adventure of the Week slice of life.
Exactly.
But, yeah, Ruby should have always been, like, a Scooby-Doo story with just fun characters. But, yeah.
No, like, 100%. Like, you could have had a, like, small plot there with the fucking, you know, schools and shit, and just functioned it like that.
It should have stayed low stakes. But, yeah, we'll get back to Chainsaw Man, though. You were saying?
I loved that, and I love the idea of like the tank because like arguably those are two of the biggest advancements of war. Obviously the nuke is the grandest advancement of war, and it's the, like that forbidden item. You know, you don't want to ever have to launch a nuke because of like what happened, you know, to Japan, yada yada yada.
Yeah, you know, I wonder how it's interesting actually. I think that if Fujimoto wanted to go into this, like if you're the Devil of War, I feel like your feelings on nuke would be complicated because you're right. It's like the ultimate escalation, but it's also like a massive ejaculation, and then you can't ejaculate again for like 20 years. You're right. I mean,
exactly.
Like, you're essentially like ending the war instantly. So it's like
exactly. Like it's like Reach, right? For the Halo fans, like you glass a planet. At what cost, right?
It's like jumping from heroin to meth. It's like, you know, like you're going to be out of commission for a while when you take that meth.
Yeah, no, literally. It's such a crazy escalation, too, for, you know, somebody like Yoru, I would think, because, like, no matter what happens after you get the nukes back, it also could doom you, too. Right, because you will be in the blast radius for it.
Well, we got to remember, my assumption is that she doesn't want nukes used because, remember, nukes existing increases fear of war exponentially, right? Because all of a sudden war goes from something that, we'll have to fight it for a while, a bunch of people will die, but we'll get through it, versus like, war can now be like an extinction level threat, right? So I think that, thinking about it, she probably wants nukes not because she wants a nuclear holocaust, but just to have that like fear lingering around to make her like one of the more all-powerful devils again.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility, and probably the likely possibility too. I just think it's like if she would have to use it, it would be like the ultimate sacrifice too, right?
Yeah, because I wonder if she'll merge nuke titties. I don't know.
What in the fuck?
That's the new clip bullet.
God, nuke titties. God, like somebody please make that a thing.
It's crazy to think like Rize was merged with the Bomb Devil, like the hybrid of the Bomb Devil. Can you imagine like the powered up version of that, the Nuke Devil hybrid? I mean, it would just be like instant death wherever they go.
Yeah, no, I mean it would be too. Like
you get Chernobyl, and you get Chernobyl.
Fucking Christ, that's such a crazy theory though. Like, I love the idea of the ultimate escalation, like the Dragon Ball Super of the fucking Chainsaw Man. The Devil Man finale of Chainsaw Man, because I really do feel like that's where we're headed, right?
Yeah, and I hope he takes his time with this fight. I don't want this to be super. I want this fight to go like at least like 5 chapters, not just of these two, but like I assume other people will come in. Maybe Top of the Verse will come back. At some point here.
The copium of getting him back.
I need a flash of him in like the Bahamas, like drinking from a coconut. Just
not my problem. I'm retired. He done fucked up.
So
like the funny thing is, like, we know he's still around too, because he's been talked about with that fucking division of like fucking idiots that Quan was in, right? So like I just want Daddy Top of the Verse back. At least
Vex
one
just
chapter.
wants Daddy to top him, is what.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at him. He's like I go from like
I was gonna say Vex is 2 types: goth girls and like old drunk men. You want a man who's gonna like beat you with a belt and not stop when you say the safe word.
I will neither confirm nor deny that.
I can be that for you. That's funny.
No, like I just there's something about a silver-haired fox that I just find attractive. I
get it.
And then a twink. Like, give me a fluffier twink.
Can we talk about? Okay, so in the beginning of this chapter or review, I started off by saying "mommy, mommy," and you were like, "That was a weird intro." Do you know why I was saying that? Right? Because the page says "come to mother."
God.
Go to page 12. I feel like maybe you didn't understand why I was saying that. Go to page 12.
I got it.
People are thirsting, and I get it because something about removing the mouth. You have such intensity in the eyes, and like.
No, literally, the face there is just so next
good.
level.
That's like one of his best panels in a while. It's just like so, and let's not ignore the thickness of the thigh as well. Are you seeing it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Asa can really fucking get it, dude. I mean, she's been one of the best. Because I'm not like a sociopath, my attractiveness to a woman increases as they become a more interesting person and more like, so the power attracts me because it's cool. I don't want a fucking meek little trad wife. So to me, this is sexy. I only want to smash more.
I only want to smash more. You say, when like, is there even a way to give consent here?
Fuck! Blink twice if consent.
Tap your foot.
Yeah, because I have no arms.
For yes. Tap your right foot for no.
Oh yeah, dude, no, literally, I would be like, well, I'm fucking.
Fuck,
you.
I'm dyslexic.
Yeah. Oh shit, I'm sorry. I thought you were just coming. Were you blinking to say stop? I need it. But I mean, in all reality, she'd be topping me. I'll be honest. I mean, even with no arms,
a giant 12-inch strap on somewhere.
No,
you're getting pegged.
No arms and no mouth. She's fucking pinning me down and like jumping on that shit. And then probably also pegging me. Oh, dude, tank strap on.
It's just the piston from the sex machine coming in you, nothing else.
It's just the fucking
lube.
The barrel of the gun on the tank. It's just going up my ass, and then when she comes, she like blasts it, and I explode into pieces, and I'll be like, worth it as I'm dying.
Best ever.
Yeah, I die as I nut, as I always wanted to.
That's
some Hisoka shit. Like, Hisoka would die as he was nutting, and because like his whole thing is fighting people that are like strong. So like we've always been like, what if he was in the Chimera Ant arc? Because there were some characters like Hisoka's very strong, but there were some characters in the Chimera Ant arc that would have destroyed him. But he would have just like he would have died nutting. I'll tell you what.
Oh, absolutely. Like. And he would have died happy.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, there's a scene in the Corollo Hisoka fight where he gets like blasted out of midair and he's like falling, and I think I've showed you that one. His like legs are curling weird, and he's
oh
like,
yeah,
ah!
It's fucking insane. Like the fact that Fujimoto cooks so well with both the art and the fucking story in this. Too.
You could tell this was a chapter he's been building, like looking forward to.
Oh yeah, and then we got 2-week break after this, so I mean, I think he's cooking something up here, and I'm very hopeful for that, to fucking be able to come back to a good chapter after this and not like we move the plot 2 feet.
Unless if it's all action, I can handle one where, like if it's like a full action chapter, that's fine. Because if you go back to part 1, like there were chapters where the entire chapter was just like Denji fighting Rize, like where he's like where she like that chapter where it's like bah, 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 as she's like blasting up into the air and then she kicks him through a building. Like that was a whole chapter.
I'm not opposed to things like that either. It is just I want substance in my finale for part 2, and this definitely feels like a finale. I don't want it to be rushed. Yeah. But I also don't want it to overstay its welcome, because there are finales, like in Yu Jujutsu Kaisen, that should have ended like 20 chapters ago. I'm sorry.
I have a bold statement on that. I didn't read it, but I do generally enjoy because I feel like this happens too often in series where it's like there's a really big bad that's been hyped up for a million years. Like think like Aizen from Bleach, right? And when they hype up a big bad for a bajillion years and it takes like 3 chapters to beat them.
I'm not opposed to taking our time. It's just the way they handled the Sukuna fight. I'm like, okay, this feels like it's been a year and a half.
Yeah, I'm sure reading it I think all of those things should be judged a second time on binge.
And I'll binge it when the anime comes out for it in 10 years.
I bet the anime will probably be awesome because it's just going to be a whole season of fighting, and it's going to be like really like 3 chapters per episode probably.
Oh God, I hope they don't Attack on Titan it. Or the fucking final arc.
Part 3 final. Yes.
And then they're redoing the final episode and putting it in theaters. I'm like, I fucking hate you. The amount of milking for that franchise is fucking study worthy.
Yeah, that's why like me and a million other people just read the final like 10 chapters because we were just sick of waiting 3 years for it to be animated.
I'm not saying it didn't look beautiful. I'm just saying it did not need to be that fucking way. I did actually go and watch it recently because I was fucking bored while I've been fun employed.
It's a great series, honestly. But I a couple more things to talk about in this chapter. Asa, I really like first. Asa again. She's like such a good character. She's been a constant shining point of this part 1. Mm-hmm. And honestly, if I could fix one thing, I think there's just so many random characters that didn't need to exist. Like, why did fucking Fake Saw Man exist? You remember that kid that got like an implant? Yeah. Why did he exist? Why did any of those people that were at the aquarium exist? Why did when they fucking did the prison break? Why were those people following them to the sushi place? It's just like that's the unnecessary blow. Anyway, but back to Asa. I'm sorry. I just love this line where War's like, well, technically there are 2 weapons I could make that I probably could beat Chainsaw Man with. And she's just like, I gave up my home and college fund to make weapons. What the fuck, bitch? And then she's like, not like that. It's better. Better.
Yeah, no, like, and that's a fair point, right? Because, like, she sacrificed everything. Like, Asa has sacrificed everything she had, including her fucking body, for the sake of this battle.
Yeah, she's really been they started off arguing, but Asa has been a great host for Yoru. She's honestly, we've seen it. Asa started to kind of like Yoru, and like want her to succeed. And of course now Asa looks at defeating Chainsaw Man as also freeing Denji.
Yes, and I'm very glad for that. But I just to cycle back to what you said, like there being so many useless characters, but we had that issue in part 1. The difference is like
only in the one arc. Only in the
but also like the useless characters died in usually a chapter instantly in part 1.
As they should. Yeah, and that made it more funny. It was kind of like, oh good, yeah, random no-name fucker died again.
Here they stuck around for an unneeded amount of time. And also like we still do have lingering, and it's the same issue I had with like the end of JJK here. We still do have lingering plot threads I hope get addressed here. In JJK, there's no way in hell they're going to do it in fucking 3 chapters. Here, we still have time. We haven't had a finale announced yet. Like, we haven't announced that it's ending. We're just theorizing that it's wrapping up here because of the pacing and what's going on.
Yeah, and if it's anything like part 1, they'll say it's ending like a chapter away. Like, oh, surprise!
Yeah, considering like it's Jump Plus too, right? And Jump Plus says this unique thing. I don't know if you've paid attention to it as much as Luke, Party Jams, and I have. It is basically like there's the very long parts, and then there's a series that end in like 18 to 35 chapters, and there's really no in between. But the one thing that is very much Jump Plus is, like 3 days before it ends, it seems like.
Right, because I wonder if that will be different for Chainsaw Man, because that's more of a big series, you know.
Yeah, there's a possibility. I figure the same thing could be said for Black Clover when it actually ends.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a monthly series or a quarterly series now, but I figure like they'll announce well in advance, because that was a popular series, regardless of what I think of the finale of it, and how we left so much unexplored in that universe. But here they're two massively popular series. Fucking Chainsaw Man being a fucking cultural phenomenon during COVID, to the point where like this was the top selling series.
It really was. It's crazy how much it's fallen off, because it used to feel like I remember when the Chainsaw Man anime was first coming out, it was like on fire, and I think that a lot of people probably caught up and they were like, oh, this got mid.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Did you see the sales chart?
I didn't, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's gone down quite a bit. I'm sure it's still decent, but yeah.
I'm going to send it to you on Discord, because I shared the image in the Discord server. There you go. Now, like Ann Arbor said, because there was such a fucking gap as well, it's not as, relevant. But it has like the whole fucking breakdown of like the first week, second week, third week, fourth week sales. And Volume 18 came out in Japan. And you can see like that massive drop from like the Falling Devil stuff, like Volume 12 and 13 and 14 to like now, to where it's just like almost non-existent.
I'm kind of glad that Chainsaw Man was separated between Part 1 and Part 2, because that, like, in the future, if Part 2 ends up kind of being remembered as mid, we can at least remember Part 1 as, like, a separate thing. Like, that was, like, you could even go and have, like, recommend, like, hey, just read Part 1 of Chainsaw Man. If you love it, great. If you really love it and you want to check out Part 2, sure, but remember that Part 1 is like Da Vinci's work. It's like the Sistine Chapel. It's like
right.
Remembered forever. And then Part 2 is like, if you're a diehard fan and you want more adventures in that universe that's way less like coherent and well structured, here you go.
It's like going from Naruto to Boruto, essentially. I hate using that comparison.
Or even Naruto to Naruto Shippuden. Like, I feel like a lot of people thought that post-time skip Naruto wasn't as good, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, there are people that argue the same for, like, fucking Bleach after the fucking Wako Mundo, Like, it's... And, like, the whole 1,000-Year Blood War arc being kind of ass.
I think something we have to remember is that most series fall off after their like their first big good arc. Usually it's all downhill. It takes a special series to be able to keep making it better. Like the only series I can think of that just keeps getting better as it goes is like I always think of One Piece and Hunter x Hunter. Those series usually keep getting better.
And we're going to have the same reaction when One Piece ends that we have with
we'll
JJK.
See. I don't know. I'm hopeful that he can. If there's anyone that feels like he's going to try not to rush it, it's Oda, because Oda. I told you that he came out and did the whole it's going to end in 5 years thing, but then he came out like a month after that and he was like, "Hey, don't freak out or anything. That's not like a concrete date. Like I'm going to do the story right." I mean, I can't imagine working on a story for 30 years and then being like, "All right, I'm going to rush it now." I feel like he's going to try really hard to give it the ending it deserves.
Oh yeah. I'm not discounting him there. I'm saying we're going to have the same reaction we do with every big series, and people are going to be like, "Wow, that ending was ass."
There will always, because you can't please everybody. Yeah. But my hope is that he just takes his time with the ending, right? For once, I just want to feel an ending that doesn't feel like rushed. Like, you spend so much time building a story up. Like the buildup of stories is hundreds and hundreds of chapters, and then you'll try to end it in 5, right? It's like a story as big as One Piece, the ending should be like I'm talking literally like the epilogue where we just like check in on like all around the world and people's all the characters. The epilogue itself should be like 20 chapters minimum, probably like 50.
Well, I mean, we have like literally hundreds of characters in that cast.
And I don't want it to just be like a fucking slideshow. Like, oh, here's one panel of what this character is doing. Like, I want a
like My Hero.
Yeah.
I saw the epilogue. It's like 3 pages at the end of the fucking chapter. I'm like, you've got to be fucking.
Where's my
me.
full chapter of Deku full cowling 100% raw dogging Uraka doggy style?
I'm sure that exists on the internet somewhere.
Oh,
already.
it does, but I want it canon.
Oh god! The fact that you know that exists.
Oh yeah, My Hero Academia hentai for whatever reason is usually really good quality. I don't know what. Like, do you notice like some fandoms are just like oh wow, like the porn artists for this fandom are really good. Like One Piece hentai is like usually kind of mid for some reason. It's you get
well. I feel like it also comes down to the anatomy that Oda chose for a lot of his characters, makes it hard to draw.
Yeah, true. But My Hero hentai and Naruto hentai for whatever reason, so bountiful, plentiful, and usually really good quality. I don't know why.
It comes down to the fact that it's a bunch of horny teenagers. It's the main fandom for My Hero Academia. And think back to us at 16, 17, where we had every disgusting fantasy under the fucking sun.
Jorking it.
And we were jorking it to fucking Bleach hentai back in the day.
Do you remember the one where Nell obviously turns to an adult and she like sticks her sword hilt in her pussy, and like
I unfortunately know exactly what you're talking about.
That's a good one.
I had that bookmarked for a long time.
I remember that one because I liked the wording in it. It was like, oh, there's this like itch that's deep in me. I can't reach it because like her. Now that I think about it, it was problematic because like she turned adult, but she still had like the mentality, like the brain of a child, and she's like, oh, there's like an itch deep within me. I can't reach it, and then she's like trying to reach it with her fingers, and she can't, and then she gets like the sword hilt and she's just shoving it into herself, and then she comes and she turns back into a child. That's a weird one, but the art's good, and hey, while the sexy stuff's happening, she's a full grown adult. So
I find it fascinating how well that was drawn too.
That's a big part of it. It's like that guy, whoever drew that, like perfectly encapsulated Kubo's style. That felt like an actual page.
That
like
person
from the,
had a bunch of hentai drawn too. Like
if you guys, I don't want y'all to think I'm crazy. This exists. Literally, just go on any hentai site and search Nell. You'll find it.
You might not be able to find it on In Hentai though, because it may or may not be gone.
It seems like it's working for me. Let me see. No, and hentai.
It's gone.
Well, okay, no, there's different. They always put up a different. I found it. The old URL is gone, but then they have a new one.
They forked it. Yeah,
that's what they always do. God bless. Here, hold on. I'm searching for it right now. I'm gonna shout out the. This is, by the way, I want you guys to know, this is like an OG hentai. Like we're talking like a hentai that existed on the internet in like 2007 probably. Like when I was like first.
It was like 2008 when I found it. Yeah, it's pretty old.
First starting to jork it. As like a late middle schooler, early high schooler, this was one of the ones that was on there.
I was a fucking sophomore.
There it is. Oh god, yeah, and the cover has her ass so fat too, dude. Yeah, so it's Nell. Let me find it. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, it's COMI Komi 12 Heta no Yokozuki Dunga Nell Bleach English GR Rascal decensored.
Now click that artist's fucking name.
Dunga. 107. They got they got a bunch of Rangiku.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, that one that was that was a go-to for high schooler red. I remember. Just cuz
same here, buddy.
They went hard.
Like I find it fascinating like that there is such a fucking disparity in like the fucking amount of porn that's being created now, because we went back to we have it still, but it seems like it's very, very segmented, right? It's not as many of the mainstream series other than like JJK or My Hero that are having
I find a lot of artists on Rule 34 now, like they'll repost, a lot of them are reposted without the artist knowing, but usually their little signatures are down there, so if I like something I'll go like find their Twitter,
Yep.
And a lot of really good Twitter porn artists I follow. I'm a big fan of, I can straight up get off to text fanfics, so it's
like I feel like we went more towards like fanfic porn than we did like full on hentai.
There's a good There's a really good Asa. Have you seen the Asa hentai?
I have not.
Oh yeah, there's a good. It's only like 4 pages, but there is one where it's like basically like it's perfect because it's War Devil. Like I want to. I need to make ownership of all the boys in this school. So she just like starts slutting it up and like basically like public use. Like, all right, boys, come and use the body.
God.
It's pretty good.
I mean, that would be pretty much her fucking character trait too.
I could see Yoru just like slutting it up as long as it meant that all those boys were like, all right, as you enter my pussy, you're herefore signing the contract that I own you, your body and soul, and I can turn you into a weapon whenever you want. And then the boys are like, yeah, whatever you say.
Whatever you say, I get to fuck the shy girl.
Nothing like fucking the shy girl.
Like it's funny though. Like it's the same thing with like fan art. Like what you think would be like done takes forever. Like I just retweeted a fucking Pomni as a goth girl.
Yep. Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
me too. I love that one.
I'm just like, I'm shocked that this took so long. That was the first time I've seen it, and I get a lot of fucking Amazing Digital Circus fan art on my feed because I guess algorithm, because we've talked about it so much. And I'm like, now I'm just picturing the fact that there's going to be like a Juggalo version of her. Like it's inevitable.
I actually I really like this art. So I just went and found the Asa hentai. It's excellent. Here, hold on. I'm gonna send you like the first 3 pages. If my
okay, where are you sending it?
Facebook.
Oh, Facebook. Okay. Like the good old days, porn in the Facebook chat.
Dude, it's actually so good.
Oh Jesus!
Isn't that good?
Yeah, the come fuck me eyes too. Like there's
something. I also she's got the really good like emotionless thing going on too, like in that second page. But yeah, I can't believe you let us fuck you, especially at school. I don't care where we fuck. Look here, Mitaka-san. Do the peace sign while we're recording you. I guess people are really into that. I see that a lot in hentai, like the peace sign while they're coming. That's not a thing I'm into. And then I'm going to fuck all men and make them mine.
I could picture that being her mindset too. Like it's very in character. I love when it's in character like that.
Me too. That's the best because I could totally see and like imagine poor Asa like as Yoru's like doing that with her body. It's like, hey,
please, no more.
This was
my
the
body
deal.
Has a limit.
This was the deal, Asa. It's this or death.
Quite literally, like. It would play into the contract too.
You've got to, I gotta stop gooning, bro. I was just gonna be like
Chainsaw Man to gooning session.
Well, that's what you come here for, right? You know what? I was talking to Rios about this on our last 100 Girlfriends stream. Do you remember when we looked up our analytics to see what the percentage of men to women viewership was?
Oh God!
I feel like now's another good time to do that.
On the main channel, because I'm logged into that right now. Analytics. I
was wondering if our women went up at all because,
audience.
We do 100 Girlfriends. Oh, rip.
Female 15.5%, male 84.5%.
There you go.
100% of our audience it's showing is like 18 to 24 on the main channel.
There you go. Yeah, only youngins. So this one's kind of, I think I'm looking at our statistics and I think it's because we haven't really uploaded a lot in the last bit because 100 Girlfriends has been on break and then, we haven't uploaded a Chainsaw Man in like over a month. So I think this is only for like one video, but for the one video we put out in the last 28 days, it was 100% male.
For the last 7 days on the main channel it is also 100% male.
God damn it. What are we doing wrong?
Well, I mean, the last 10 minutes of this conversation probably aren't helping us.
I keep forgetting that, like, I'm just going to say it. The best women are the ones that are also perverts, okay? Like, the reason I love Allie to death is because I could have this kind of conversation with her, and she wouldn't even blink twice. She wouldn't even think twice.
The same with my partner.
That's the best. And we need to find those
The funny thing is, like, I like... When she first came to my place, she's like, "Is that Metamorphosis on your bookcase?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Based. And the fact that she recognized that is so based.
And then I'm like, "Don't question it." She's like, "I can't say anything. I also am physical anti." I'm like, "Okay, good."
Horny girls are the best. And like, we need to hire like a PR firm to do some women outreach for our channel.
Well, Brat Girl Summer's over. Like
Well, here's what I'll say, women. We're reviewing 100 Girlfriends now, which is a super progressive, wholesome harem series.
progressive and
It's
hair.
absolutely progressive.
I know, but like you would not think those words
Yeah.
go together.
No, because the whole point of that is that he's not like trying to choose a girl. Like he's just embracing the polycule. And I love that.
Yeah.
And also, all the women are like actually characters. Like they have agency. They're like real people. They're like the most developed characters in the whole show. It's great.
It's not like Sword Art Online where like everyone from like cousin to random girl from the street corner are in his harem.
Yeah. And guess what, women? All this art you see on screen, except for the PNG images of nukes and tanks and also except for the one of us raw dogging Makima. All the art,
strong.
other than that, all our set and our profiles done by a woman who lives in Florida. Maybe, I don't know if she still lives in Florida.
I have no idea.
A Florida woman.
You know,
Although to be fair, I do feel the need to point this out. She hated Florida and she was desperately trying to get out.
Yeah,
last I spoke to her, so she's not a Florida man.
I would too.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking insane.
But anyway, yeah. See, we're inclusive over here. We both have girlfriends, so we know women.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Come
know,
on,
we
women.
know women. We know women.
I
Please,
know a
someone
woman.
clip that and send that to me, so I can send that to my partner.
No, I'm hamming it up for effect. I'm actually very proud of my friend group. You know how some men are like weird, like, oh, I can't be friends with a woman that I'm not dating or whatever. Literally, like half of my friend, like if I was doing the analytics of my friend group, like half of my friends are women. Our friend group is like half women. It's really nice when like you, I don't know, are able to just hang out with like people of all genders and not be weird about it, you know, because like some men get really insular and like only hang out with men, and that just like amplifies the incel tendencies.
And you also have the fucking people that are like, I can't hang out with any women but my partner because it's like
Because they'll get jealous or they'll think I'm cheating or I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Proving that anyway.
You know, like the ninjas of the world where I can't game with female streamers because it just feels like infidelity. And I'm like, you're a fucking incel.
Yeah. It's too bad. I'm kind of sad. I'm a little disappointed in us for not having women viewers. I feel we've been gooning so hard that they've forgotten that we're actually progressive feminists. We need to push the progressive feminist side of us a little more, I think. Guys.
I'm dying here because like realistically you're right, like we are like as far left as you can go basically.
We're pretty far left, yeah. I would say I'm right. I don't go as how do I want to word it? What's the funniest way to word this? I'm as far left as you can get without becoming Stalin. And with that
with that, peace.